watching well played. While facing quality spinners, how important it is to have a tight defense and secure defense in your mind?
Oh, for sure. I think you hit the nail on its head. Quality spinners, Kuldeep, Ash, Jaddu, obviously 3 guys have taken a lot of test wickets between them. I think it's a balance of attack and defence, but I think mainly if you can trust your defence, you can do that for a long period of time. And especially with the lengths that they hold for, again, long periods, it really tests that. And lucky enough, the wicket out there was all right to say we could, balance that attack and defence. But yeah, I think it's very, very important. Yeah, extremely invaluable experience. I guess I thought before the subcontinent sort of 6 tests that we had, I thought maybe it'd be the best thing for me to go and have a few days training there, a bit more realistic conditions than what we'd have, and doctored, used wickets in New Zealand, which wouldn't serve the same purpose. And lucky enough, the CSK guys really sorted me out and was able to have sort of 4 or 5 days really good training on red soil and black soil wickets. So I think that was very invaluable. And helped me sort of shore up some game plans and work on a few positions that I wanted to.
Actually, after India's batting just for 3 wickets, now it's going good. How do you see it for the next day, tomorrow?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to crystal ball gaze into the future. I guess you never know. Quality batting lineup on a wicket that's not doing too much, so it's important for us to hold our lines and lengths and do that for long periods, like Test match cricket is. But I think that wicket of Virat at the end was very important. Obviously, a guy who's proven 9,000 plus Test runs, which is pretty mind blowing. But for us, that was a huge wicket. Hopefully, we know things happen quickly in this part of the world, so hopefully we can stick at it and get a few bang wickets in the morning.
Actually, can you tell us something about some of the family and friends that you have after staying today? What it's like to score essentially in front of people you know?
Yeah, it's obviously special. Obviously, having my dad in the crowd is massive. A lot of family who are watching the game, probably at the stadium and then at home on TV. I know they're very, very proud, and makes me happy that they're able to watch a relative play in their hometown. Which is very cool, and I know Dad and Mum would be very, very proud in that. Me being able to play in their hometown and where they grew up is pretty special. And I'm like I always say in these, I'm fully Kiwi, 100% Kiwi, but it's nice to have that Indian heritage based here in Bengaluru.
Rajat, not a lot of overseas players can claim that they have counter-attacked Ashwin and Jadeja in Indian conditions, but you did today. What was the game plan against them? Because the way you batted against them and the confidence you showed was on a different level. So what was the thought process behind this?
No, thanks for that, very kind. Yeah, obviously world-class bowlers, but I think it was a situation that demanded it. We were 7 wickets down. All right, we had a lead, but it was important. It was still a good wicket to bat on, I believe. So it's important for us to still score runs, tick the scoreboard over, and I think it just presented itself the opportunities to score. And having Timmy out there was great too, able to build a nice little partnership and frustrate them a little bit. But yeah, I guess it was just having that positive mindset. My first, I don't know how many balls, maybe 50, 60, 70 balls was sort of ticking along. And then once we decided, all right, let's show some intent here, was able to open up the ground a little bit more. And obviously it's a ground where you can score quite quickly, right? Shortish boundaries, fast outfield, pretty good wicket to bat on. So luckily enough, the stars aligned today.
Hi Rajat. You've been coming to Bangalore right from a young age. You've also scored a century at the World Cup and 40 over against Sri Lanka. Just the comfort of knowing the conditions, having been here before, did that just sort of help you in settling down?
Yeah, I think it definitely settled the nerves. You're always going to be nervous when you come out to bat, especially in a test match in India against India. But having success here in the past has definitely helped me a lot. Like I said, calm my nerves, but it's nice to be able to visualize things that are happening and feel the ground around you and those things which are important. And we also were here for the IPL too, which was relatively recent. So I think those little things stack up. Although it's different formats, I think you can take confidence from those performances.
Richard, congratulations.
Sorry.
Congratulations for the century. And what was the communication between you and Tim Southee going on when you guys were batting? Because that century partnership sort of changed the entire dynamics of the game. But at one stage, India could have restricted you inside the 300.
For sure. I think for us, it was just trying to be as clear as we can. I guess giving us each other the comms and the communication to be like, all right, what are they trying to do? How are they trying to get this out? And how can we counter that? I think it's great having Timmy, who's played 100 plus test matches. He's been in these situations before. Someone who's, for me, pretty new to test cricket. It's nice to have that experience at the other end too. But I think it just shows the quality of people we have in this team. I think we all get along really well off the field. Spend a lot of time with Timmy off the field, you know, even though he's 10 years older than me, 10 plus years older than me. But we can relate in that sense, and then when we come out and bat together, it's quite comforting, you know, knowing we spent that time. But I think, yeah, we knew it was an important stage of the game, and India's bowlers, they can go through teams very quickly, but luckily enough, we defied them for long enough.
Can you go into a little bit into your process as a top order batter? When you're batting with the tail, I think at one stage it was like 230 for seven. How do you kind of decide when you need to attack a little bit more, when you kind of need to play out rough things? How do you switch your mindset?
Well, I'm relatively new to it too, because I'm an opener for my domestic team usually, and batted for a handful of times. But yeah, I think it's just adapting to the situation in front of you and realising what the wicket is saying. I guess on a wicket like this, you're able to pick and choose at times, because it wasn't doing too much, not too many demons in it. But I think it's looking like, okay, especially in Test cricket these days, it feels like you always have to drive the team forward and always scoring runs. You see teams around the world, the way they're scoring, the run rates are up. And that just feels natural. So I think for us, it was just trying to push that on and take those options as we could. But I think once we know batting in India, once you face 20, 30, 40 balls, it starts to get easier, right? So I guess that was a comms between me and Timmy, be like, hey, let's get through this period, let's build a small partnership, and then we can see how we can put the pressure back on them.
Right from the back end, you showed a little bit of emotion there when you scored your century, a little bit uncharacteristic for you. Can you just explain to us what was going to be in mind?
Yeah, very, very uncharacteristic. I don't know, like, you know, a little fist bump doesn't happen often from me, but I guess scoring an overseas 100 in India is always nice, but also the context of it when we'd lost a few wickets and we built a pretty cool partnership, and for me that's special. I guess more than just the milestone, I think being able to do it with teammates and do it when I wouldn't say backs against the wall, because we had a sizable lead, but when the game's in the balance, it meant a lot, and it felt really good to share it with my mate Timmy.
आप देख रहे हैं सौगंध टीवी, सौगंध वतन की।